chit-chat. Wow. Again, just the way that
no notes.
Every single person on here is going to be like, they can't, what are they doing? They can't sing. The way that we sing on here is just like, ooh, so wow, 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 wow. Like, that's what I'm talking about.
And it's so good. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, Nancy. Hello.
It's so funny.
First and foremost, everybody, first thing of business that we really need to talk about, Ansley ran a race. Ansley was in 2 separate countries. Ansley did things that
2 separate
I
continents, not countries, continents.
Tell us.
Guys.
Tell us about your experience.
So first off, I need to apologize because my medal that I have from the race is actually at my school because I wanted to show it to the kids and I hung it up on my bulletin board. So I don't have it with me. But it's very cool. It's a very fun medal. There's 2 little people on the front, and they're on a bridge, like the bridge that connects the Asia and the European part of Istanbul.
The Asia and the European.
And then the little people move across the bridge on the medal. It moves. It's so cute. It's so fun.
It moves.
Anyway, Istanbul was, like the little people in the medal move. It's very cute.
We'll post it on our Patreon. Don't worry.
We'll make it happen. So, Istanbul was awesome. First off, so many thoughts here. First off, Turkey was super cool. I'd never been to Turkey before. I'm trying to say Turkey because they changed their name. So it
Respect the Turkey people.
Known as Turkey, but now they changed it to Turkey. So I'm trying to vibe with that. Turkey was awesome. I realized I had never been to a real city before, I think. That was the first thing I noticed. Turkey has 18 million people. For reference, the biggest city in the United States, I think, is New York, as far as population goes. 8.4 million. So it is over double the amount of people in New York City. Like, I just didn't realize.
Crowded as fuck.
Let me tell you what. Normally, when you get to an airport in a city and you take a metro, right? I'm thinking, okay, metro takes, I don't know, not that crazy long. I kid you not. To get from the airport into the city took 2 hours on the metro because it is that massive. The city is massive. It is huge. I have never been in a place like that in my entire life. The metro, packed everywhere you go. Every single place you go. Everywhere you walk, packed. It's like crazy. It was also like the city. No, sorry. The city was very cool though. Like obviously you're walking down some streets and there's like not a lot of people. But in general, I just like had no concept of a real city. I don't know how to say that.
I have a concept of that.
Obviously it's not like New York is a real city. LA is a real city. But you know what I'm saying? Like a mega city. I just had no concept. I had no concept in my mind. Anyway, so for those of you who have been to one of, and I think it's like, I want to say it's in like the top 10 most populated cities in the world. Like it's just crazy.
Is it like
crazy?
Big, like upwards, like New York, or is it just like vast?
Vast. Just so vast. So vast. It's also really beautiful because it has, I don't know what this is called, geography blip. There's like the water that goes in between Istanbul. I don't know what that
canal.
is called. Well, sure, but I don't know like what the proper name of it is. Like what's the name of the canal? I don't know.
The Nile.
I'm not sure. Anyway, that's the part that like separates Europe and Asia. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. The waterfront is stunning. Also in Istanbul is the Hagia Sophia. So I got to go inside the freaking Hagia Sophia, which was really, really cool. History.
She's so well traveled, y'all. Come to her for all your cultural needs.
Not really.
Ansley,
but it was really
22
fun.
Countries? Like, hello?
This was 23. My goal, actually, my goal is to try to hit 26 countries this year because I'm 26.
And you don't want her to be your travel guide?
I feel like I can maybe make it. I'm really hopeful.
Hello?
Anyway,
I love that for you.
So that was awesome. Had the best of times with my pals, Mackie and Leah. Just the best of times. It was awesome. We had great food.
Did you puke? Did you ouchie while you were
during
running,
the race? Mm-hmm. No, none of the above. I was smiling. I was happy. Around mile 7, I was like, okay, I'm tired. You know, like yeah. But this was
Was
the
it like
furthest
a
I'd
brisk,
ever run.
the whole time? Or did you like walk some of it? How does that
No,
work?
I didn't walk any of it.
Oh.
I ran the whole thing.
Pro.
I was so proud of myself.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the
Ansley.
furthest I'd ever run. 9.6 miles was the furthest I'd ever run, so that was cool. Personal
That's
best.
unfathomable to me.
Also, I kid you not, 20,000 people ran this race. That was also crazy. That was crazy.
So were you guys like
to me.
stepping on each other?
Yeah, at the beginning, it looked like stampede. I literally watched it, and I was like, am I about to get stampeded?
No.
This is horrifying. So there were
Wow.
5,000 people that did the marathon, and then 15,000 people did the 15.5K. And so it was crazy. Me and Lee and Mackie got in the top third of the people that ran the 15.5K. So I was place number 5,000 out of 15,000.
Hell yeah, baby girl.
So that was cool.
Was
So,
it giving
yeah.
like a lot of people had come in from all over the world? Like, did you hear
interestingly
English a
enough,
lot? Or?
No, it was a lot of Turkish people. And at the
cool,
beginning of
okay.
every heat, where they would be like, okay, next wave's going to go, they played, I guess it's a Turkish national song, because everyone around me is like screaming this Turkish national song. And I was like, what is going on right now? So I think it was actually a lot of Turkish people, which was interesting. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, very fun. We had Turkish breakfast. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, what's
it's one
the
of the
food
best
like?
meals oh my gosh. Oh
Better
my gosh.
than
it
the
was so good.
Kosovo.
I don't know if I'd say better, it's just different. Like, Turkish breakfast is one of the best meals I think I've ever had, because it's very just like spread out. There's like 15 different things on the table that you're just mixing and matching, and I love a mix and match moment. So that was really good. We had kebabs. We had just like random meat platters. It was so good. It was so good. Big fan. It was just a lovely time. A really lovely time. Really lovely time with friends. Really lovely time of exploration. It was good. I also got this really cool game board at the bazaar. It's like a little chessboard, but you open it up and it is a backgammon board.
Okay. Wait, so it's a double? Like you could play
Yes.
chess on it too? Okay.
Chess or backgammon. And it's really cool. It's like very nice wood. I got this at the bazaar. And also, you barter in Turkey, which I love. I love a good barter moment. So I was in there like, I also got this to go on my gallery wall. It's going to go up.
Are you going to put it right behind so we can look at it?
Yeah, probably. So
Guys,
that's
the
gonna go
wall's
on the
growing. I need to
wall's
do
growing.
better. I planted a plant, but I don't think you can see
Did
it.
you? Oh, I
Can you
can.
guys see?
I can see it.
There's my plant.
It looks
Yes.
awesome.
Yes. But you guys don't get to enjoy it with your visual eyes, you know. So the food was great. The vibes were great. The people were nice-ish, you know.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, the ones that I talked to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cute. Would recommend to go again.
Yeah. It was a cool place to explore. I will say I am not a huge city person. So like given the choice between exploring a city and exploring the countryside, I will always pick the countryside. But I think Istanbul was a very interesting and special city to me for a few reasons. One, the fact that it's literally split across continents is cool, crazy.
Pretty good.
Two, just the fact it
is
is
the
a
city
mega
itself like split at all? Like, is there parts of it that are technically you're still in?
Yes, so I went back and forth from Asia to Europe 3 different times this weekend.
Wow.
I was in Asia, Europe, Asia, Europe, Asia, Europe.
Wow.
Yeah. It was really cool.
Super fun.
Yeah, so it's fun.
Everybody
it's unique.
clap for Ansley.
Yay me.
Yay.
Yay. So that's, that was obviously probably my favorite moment of the week. The race was awesome. The people were cool. There were also so many groups of people on the side, like, cheering me on. So I ran with no music or anything for the first 5 miles of the race.
Because they were
I
just
was
cheering,
just trucking. Yeah, because there were just so many people. There were like live bands on the side of the road, like playing for us. It was so cool. It was
That's so
really, really, really
nice.
awesome. Yeah.
Wow.
It was great. What was your favorite moment of the week?
My week's lame. I didn't go to 2 continents and I didn't run a race. I'm proud of myself because I hate running. Ansley is just like a star. She can just like get up and if she needed to, like if someone was like, do it, she could run 3 miles after not having run like at all. And
That's
I
true.
cannot do that. I cannot. Getting to even a mile is like, I really have to push myself and I hate it the whole time. but I do like enjoy it in that like there's an empowering moment of like, yes, I can run, and like moving your body at a quick speed. Gah.
True.
So I've been wanting to incorporate that back into my workout routines, and I've started to do it. So hopefully I will stay on the track. I will probably check in a week, and we'll see. She goes in and out, but we're gonna try. We're gonna keep trying. Did we talk about Halloween? Did you like do anything? Like,
oh no, we didn't talk about Halloween. That's probably gonna be your favorite moment of the week.
not really. I worked on it, bruh. I don't think I did.
Did you go to any Halloween parties?
No.
Oh, no spooky season parties
work
for
my
Soph.
life away.
So I didn't do much for Halloween either because that's the day that we left for Istanbul, and we left at like 2:30 from school. So what I did is I went to school. This was actually so funny. I went to school with a very low-key Halloween costume because, one, I had not had time to put anything together. No. And two, because I had to change out of it very quickly to go to the airport. So I just put on what I would wear as a camp counselor, which I loved. So I wore socks and my chacos. I wore my little hiking pants. I wore my camp t-shirt. I wore a hat. I wore a whistle. I needed a clipboard. I didn't have a clipboard. And it was so funny because all of the kids were just like, "What are you?" And I was like, I would consider this a camp counselor, because they would look at me and be like, "So are you dressed up as anything?" And I was like, "Okay, I do not come to work
what Ansley normally wears."
I do not wear a hat and socks and sandals and hiking clothes to school. I was like, what is going on right now?
Guys?
And then he's like, oh, okay, so like Miss Melton, but camp version of Miss Melton. And I was like, sure, whatever.
I mean, kind of, a little bit, yeah. Which is so funny that they're like, Miss Welton's such a white girl. And it's like, okay.
Yep. I was just like,
do they have summer camps there?
Like, no. No, so they don't really know what I'm talking about, honestly, other than from like TV shows. Yeah, it is sad. So yeah, a few of them were like, "Can you please do a camp here? We don't have camps here." I was like, "Oh God."
You should have sang them the camp song.
Oh, I should have. That would have been awesome. Could have sang them For the Spirit. That would have gone over really well.
Ooh, right. So, did you tell us your favorite thing that you ate upon Turkey?
Turkish breakfast. That's my favorite thing.
Turkish breakfast. What is a Turkish breakfast?
Turkish breakfast is just like a big spread of a lot of different things. So think you've got like lots of bread. You have meats, you have cheeses, there's jams, there's honey, there's like a clotted cream sort of situation. There's like a savory spread. There's just like so many things on the table, like 15 different things. Honestly, Sophie, I thought of you. I'm going to send you this picture because I forgot to. I'll send you the Istanbul pics. Okay. I literally sat there, and the whole time I was like, oh my gosh, if Sophie were here right now, she'd be crying over this food. It's just like one of my goals in life is if either of us ever have any money to spare, which we probably won't, but if we do, we're going to go to Istanbul and have Turkish breakfast together. Or, you know what we could maybe do? We should maybe try to find, I bet you anything, there's a Turkish restaurant in LA. So we should try to find somewhere in LA that does Turkish breakfast. I bet you they have it.
I found a song that I really like, and it's by one of my favorite bands. Fun fact, I don't like concerts, and I don't want to go to them, and I don't really like them, and they scare me, and they make me nervous. Except for certain concerts. Know this. Wait, really? Yeah, no. If I had like money just to spare and like a fun, like I would never pick a concert as like a fun activity that I would like to go to.
Any concert.
Very few.
Like
which I was going to.
Classical concert.
No, I'll go to that one.
Oh, okay.
But regular modern concerts, really, like I don't like them. I would rather just listen to the music, like live. I would go see, and I have actually seen one of the few concerts I've been to, and I would go again. Is John Bellion. Love. I think I would go just for the vibes, but I'd have to pay for like front row seats or like a box or something. I think it's just like the crowd aspect plus like, yeah. I would go see Taylor Swift just for like the vibes. And I would go see this band. I feel like this band would be a fun concert to go see live. I love
Sammy
the
Ray and the Friends.
Oh, those two. Actually, yes. You guys are getting a twofer here. Sammy Ray and the Friends. If you don't listen to them, Listen to
Go
that.
listen to it.
Also, if you're not listening to the Rex,
Oh,
and a free concert
Anyway,
by Ainsley.
I love
guys
that
know
song.
Ainsley
Guys, that
Dixon?
song is
you
my
guys know that?
favorite. I love it.
It's a good one. That song comes on, and I'm just immediately like,
Ugh,
literally
like I
so
just
good. Wake up from.
So good.
I'm just like, time for some dopamine hits.
Jack
Anyway,
Onassis, baby.
this band is the Rex. It's called the Rex, and I love the Rex, and you should be listening to the Rex if you're not listening to the Rex. And I think it's a new one. I think it's a new release, or maybe I've just missed it, but I discovered it, and it's called Always Every Time. And it's just such a cute little, like, meet cute song, but it has, like, dun, 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 dun. It has, like, a good hook on it. Like, what's one of the lines? He was just, like, he's met this girl, and he really likes her, and he's like, so talk to me until my ears bleed. Like, ugh, it's so beautiful. But
if
it's, like,
someone ever
not a
said
ballad.
That to me, I think I would cry. I think I would just drop and cry. It wouldn't even have to be a romantic relationship. I think if any individual on the planet said to me, talk to me till my ears bleed, I would literally just be like, oh my gosh, that person wants to hear all of my thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
Drop dead and cry. Ugh.
Drop dead and cry. Wow. Boys, now you know. Now you know the line to use.
But
it was like, yeah, because the line before it.
Curly hair.
Oh, yeah. If not, get out of here. We have, what's it called?
Just kidding.
Usually it's ginger bias. We have like ginger prejudice.
I make up for the ginger bias. I have
she
ginger
does.
love.
Ginger's
ginger love.
only. Triflers need not apply. I went like on a movie kick, and that was fun and that was cute. I love Winona Ryder. I love her, and I really am sad that we missed her. Like, she had an arc and then it died for a minute. Stranger Things, yay. But like, I love Winona Ryder so much. I wish we could have had her for more. But I was watching Mermaids, which I'd never seen. It's with Winona Ryder, Christina Ricci, like young Christina Ricci, and Cher. But I've started the Witcher series, and I love it. I love it.
Okay.
I would highly recommend it. It's giving like tasteful Game of Thrones, where there's like some sexy sex in it, but there's not like sexy sex in it. And there's like fighting, and there's like monsters, and yeah. So far I'm liking it. It's cute.
Fantasy action.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Go.
I actually do have one thing. I have been really on a big Chris Renzema kick recently. That's who I've been listening to a lot. Yeah. Okay. I love Chris Renzema, and I always have, but I'm just kind of diving back into Chris Renzema. So I've been listening. I don't know if there's a specific song, but his album, his 2024 album, I think it's called Mana, is what I've been listening to a lot. That's like been my go-to. I'll find a song.
I listened to, I think I posted the link, I'm pretty sure, but the link that Ansley sent of Wild Mountain Time, you were right. I just kind of clicked on it.
I told you,
like,
you made fun of me.
And I did, and I cried.
You
made like,
fun of me for it, and I was like, no, not time, Time, it's Thyme. It's just, oh my gosh, I just hear it. I hear the first notes, and I'm like, oh, Appalachia. Oh my gosh,
I was taken back, and I was frolicking through the fields and smelling the
Did you listen to the whole 10 minutes of it?
I did skip when he directed the crowd for a long time.
No, but
like
it's
a
so
long
cool.
time.
Did you listen to it?
It was cool. It was cool, but it was like, okay, bro, like let's. And then I skipped to where it got really, really cool.
No, oh my gosh! As a musician, I was glued. I was glued to that scream, and I was like, "What's gonna happen next?" And then I proceeded to watch a lot of the other parts of the concert where he's like, he does this thing. Sorry, this is so off topic. He does this thing where he is directing the orchestra from scratch. Like, they don't have any music, so he'll be like, violins, can you give me a D? Cellos, can you give me an A, D, da, da, D, da, da? It's just like so cool. As a musician, I'm eating it up. I was like, I could watch this all day. Yes. If you wonder what Appalachia sounds like, that song to me is what Appalachia sounds like.
It's the homeland right there.
Yeah. And the wild mountain.
You guys are really just getting like a concert today.
I was just, I guess I'm in a little
feeling it for y'all.
Ooh, I just love it. I really want to like go sing that song. I want to sing that song in 3-part harmony with 2 other people. I don't know who's going to sing it with me, but I'm going to find 2 people to sing it with me. Okay, perfect. Get Zach to learn that. And then you can sing the third part. Perfect.
Okay, so our topic today is something very exciting. This is an Ansley topic. Ansley sent, I was like, let's get some more topics going. And Ansley just sends me a bunch of like beautiful ones. And I'm like, why has Ansley been picking all our topics? Like, I'm over here like, let's talk about Halloween. And Ansley's like, no, let's talk about a formative moment in your childhood that impacted your soul.
That's the thing though. I think there's a good balance because all of my questions are usually like very, I don't know, like a little more
deep and meaningful.
Yeah, I don't know, like a little more deep and intense.
Beautiful.
And I think we need some balance. We need some,
Halloween. So go ahead. This week's topic, what we shall be talking about.
Okay, this week's topic, inspired by my Istanbul trip actually, is what are some hobbies that you've developed as an adult? Because I used to hate running. I hated it. And this year is literally the first time I've run and I'm like, ooh, I like this. Like if you had told me 1 year ago, you will run a 10-mile race a year from now, I've been like, LOL, that's hilarious. I hate running and I definitely have never run over 6 miles and I will not run over 6 miles. And now I have and I love it and it's such a good hobby for me. So we're talking about hobbies we developed as an adult.
Hobbies as an adult are so fun. Like I would highly recommend I feel like sometimes there's like the pressure of like, oh, sports, I need to do sports because like everyone's doing sports, or just like in general, what are my friends doing, so let me do that. Not like I said, not like a bad thing, but like when you get into adulthood, there's like that moment where it's like, wait, what do I want to do right now? Like, what should I do? And I think that's such a fun discovery of like, am I a baker? Like what?
So true.
So yeah, I would say if you would have told me I would be a plant girl, I would not have really thought that would be a thing. So I feel like plants, I don't really know. I feel like I got some and then it just kind of started to grow and grow where I was like, well, I like this one and I like how this looks and I want this and blah, blah, blah. And I do remember, shout out, my friend Lucas. I remember going over to his house.
Shout out Lucas. Not R.I.P. Lucas. I still talk to Lucas.
But I went over to his house and Lucas has so many plants. Like talk about a hobby, like plants. And he'll point them out and be like, that's a rhododendron and that's what.
Well, also just have to say Lucas also has like an obsessive personality where if Lucas is into something, Lucas is into something. It. And let me tell you, Lucas is into his plants. So
yes, sir.
Wow.
But yeah, I just remember like thinking like this is a beautiful house. Like it's a guy house, sparsely decorated, but it's so beautiful because there's plants everywhere.
Agreed.
And I think that was also because that started more on my journey where I was like, I love how this looks. And then of course, you hit the Pinterest boards and you can just see like how cool that looks. So
true.
Yeah, plants was a fun one to find and not so much anymore, which I'm a little sad about. But back when me and Ansley started living together, I feel like I took up like cooking. Like if you also would have told me in high school, like you're gonna, or even kind of in college, like you're gonna like to cook, I'd be like, what the heck? But yeah, I really like discovered like, oh, I'm gonna try this new recipe and I've never made papayas. That's a fruit. You can't, but you know.
I was gonna say like something that I think is cool about, which maybe not everyone does this. Like maybe I'm not sure. I'm just going to throw it out there and we're going to see. I feel like there is less maybe of a, I don't know, maybe there's less of people trying out new hobbies in adulthood. Like as a kid, you're encouraged to try everything and do everything and just see what sticks. As an adult, I don't really think you're encouraged to do that as much. Or maybe people just aren't brave enough to do it because they're kind of like, oh, I played basketball in high school, so I will continue to play basketball as a hobby as an adult. Or I really liked art in high school, I will continue to do that as an adult. But one thing that I have found very like fulfilling as an adult is trying something brand new that I don't know if I'm going to be good at or that I know I'm going to be bad at, right? Like, because it takes work, right? So for example, I know this keeps coming up, but my guitar has been like a very fulfilling experience for me because I knew like this is going to be a lot of hard work, but it's a hobby that when I do it, it's not for anything, right? Like it's not for a concert.
It's just like for your own fulfillment.
Yeah, it's just like for my own enjoyment and fulfillment. And I don't know, like I think absolutely adults do that, but I think it's cool to kind of like step out and do something brand new that I'd never done before as an adult. And that was very cool. Obviously I'm a music person, but yeah, so I agree. I think that's cool.
I think that's an important point that like we forget to do of like you change, right, into adulthood. So you are a very different person from where you were like as a kid when you were trying all these things, or even like in high school or even college. And also, so yeah, your brain's going to like interpret things differently. You're going to like discover new things about yourself. So I think that's always like a useful thing to do, to like be trying new things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And keep learning, guys.
Keep learning.
Keep learning. And also like just feed your body, feed your soul. You know what I mean? Because like, yes, let's chill out and like get takeout and watch Netflix. Like, yes, that's a great night. But like I feel like grow also as a human of like, once the 9 to 5's done or whatever the job, of making sure you have other things that you're trying to like find out of life and like get enjoyment from. And
as Dead Poets Society would say,
be an interesting person.
True that.
What
as
did
Dead
they say?
Poets Society would say, suck the marrow out of life. I love that line.
Suck the marrow.
I love it. No,
You don't
so
want to
true,
walk
though,
into
yeah.
parties and just be like, oh, I did do that, you know? You want to be like, actually, I've learned how to can tomatoes. Like, hello?
No, so true, though. Oh, my gosh, so true. Yeah, I just feel like it is, like, part of a fulfilling and purposeful human experience is continuing to learn and grow and be more than you currently are, right? So even just kind of learning, like I think someone who actively learns is always the most interesting person in the room to me, I think, because they are always learning something new, so they always have something new to share. And so learning guitar or discovering and trying like running, like even if I was like, okay, maybe I'll hate this, like just trying it and like running a race was a cool experience. Or yeah, I don't know, just some things like that. For sure. Other hobbies, these are not new, I guess, but definitely reading is always a very big hobby for me. If I have the time, oh my gosh, one of my favorite nights is if I can come home from work, eat some food, and then I just sit on my couch and read for like an hour. Oh my gosh, I love that.
What a chill gal.
I love that so much.
What a chill gal.
Yeah, so that's definitely still a big one for me as well.
One of mine was that I don't do anymore. I really started like painting. Like I really, not like painting, but not painting like you think painting. But like I used to love to do like acrylic pours. I used to like experiment with spray paint. I don't do that so much anymore.
You went through a big time creative phase after university.
Well, I think
creative phase.
Looking back on it, it's indicative of like I am a creative. So I was just wanting to be. And there was no like acting outlets at all. So it was just like, yeah, I need to be creative, so I had to find some way to do it. Yeah. And so yeah, that makes sense. Also, it is kind of funny because it is like, not that I consider acting a hobby at all, but it is definitely something that I discovered in my adult life that if you would have told me even in college, like, yeah, you're gonna go be an actress, I would have laughed at you. I would have been like, ha ha ha. So that's also like been a very interesting, formative thing that I've
and also
discovered.
I think interesting going off of that, one thing that I've thought about a lot at this point in my life is I don't really have the time or capacity to do a lot of the things and hobbies that I'd like to be doing, right? Like I haven't been able to play football or soccer, depending on our audience, where you're from. I haven't been able to do that. I don't really have an outlet to do that. I don't really have an outlet to go like sing in the way I love to sing, right? Like musical theater. I really miss performing. I really miss performing a lot, like on a stage or music of some kind. Like I really miss that. Which I guess like yeah, all of those would be hobbies. And there's definitely times in life where you have different capacities for different ones of those hobbies, right? So right now, I do feel like a hole in my creative side. Like I've just been feeling that like, oh, I miss being creative. Like I miss collaborating with people in that way. I miss pouring out in that way. And I think that's maybe why the guitar has been like such a lifeline for me at this season of my life, is because I haven't had the ability to express myself creatively, because most of my time is not consumed with that anymore. While flipping in university, I was doing all creative things. So my hobbies, I think, were a little more rooted to something that was like stable and concrete, because that's what was like lacking in my everyday life, you know?
What do you mean your hobbies were stable and concrete?
Maybe just a little bit more like analytical, or a little bit more, yeah, like I'm trying to think a little bit more like structured, as opposed to like a creative outlet. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Like what I felt like I needed during that time was something that was not using the creative side of my brain, something that was using more of like the logical, structured, rhythmic side of my brain, because it's not what I was doing on a day-to-day.
Yes.
Anyway.
I think mine's what you just said, of like now I'm in like such a creative thing. Like I was telling Ansley, I'm almost, in such a good way, I'm almost overwhelmed of like, oh, I have so many things to do on the creative side of it, that I think just life is all about balance, right? That sometimes I do, like I said, I miss that I don't get to cook as much and like do the more like, concrete, tactile hobbies. Like, one thing I would like to learn that I don't think I ever will, but I'm just like saying it, I wish, because I don't ever have the time. I can't like sit down, and I feel like it's such a, like it's not hard, but at the same time you really have to like learn it, is I'd love to learn how to sew. Like I really would. I'd love to, because it's also a creative thing of like, I could look at it. I follow so many Instagram accounts of like these girls that take this just ugly like potato sack dress and they make it into like a crop top or like a matching set. I love a matching set. And I feel like I could just go wild if I could make stuff for myself. But
this could be you in a different time. 10
maybe
years,
it'll be like
years.
my 30s era.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Oh my gosh, my students the other day, we do a question of the day every day. And one of my students the other day said, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And I went, I do not like that question.
Really?
I was like, I don't know. Yeah, it stresses me out.
Well, I think it's like the weird, like, I don't know if I'd call it like capitalistic origins. I think so, because I think it came from like the interview of like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And you can be like, as a head of this company, as a slave serving it, ultimately, like I will work for you, you know. And I think that's where that question came from. So I think it's like it's an interesting take on it to just be like, actually, that's usually not how life works, unless you want to like work for a 5,000 like company. So right. I think it's okay to be like, we'll see where the wind takes us. I don't know where I'll be in 10 years. What I said.
I was like, I could be still in Kosovo. I could be in a different country. I could be back in the United States. I was like, I have no idea.
And how empowering for your young students to hear, it's okay to not know.
It's okay to not know.
It's okay to not know.
True.
And we're now off the topic, but whatever. And me and Ansley can say this because we've been through it. Does it suck to be like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life? Like, yes, that sucks. Yeah. Like, because we're just taught, like, it's just so hard to not be like, especially in like Western society, like have the plan and know where you're going, and like, and the way people view you, it's kind of like, oh, they like don't know, like you're irresponsible almost in a way because you don't have a plan, you know. I just feel like that's like the overhead thing, because so many people, you like, they don't want to, it's almost an admittance of like, yeah, I don't know, like it, and it's okay. Like I'm seeking that to myself as well. Like it really, I think that's something we should all try to like push back on, of like, what is this? Like, I know exactly what I'm doing with my life. That's so boring. Like,
Well, and also,
which
I
then
think
again,
it's
if
just
you
not
like going to the
true.
office every single day, more power to you, girly. But, like, I think there's a fun, that's just like the spice of life. Like, that's the human experience of, like, I don't know.
Well, and also, I don't know. I think a lot of times it's not true. Like, even if you do think
mean?
you kind of have a handle on it. For example, like, I remember talking to my dad about this. My dad is a doctor, one of the most stable professions you could possibly be in.
Possibly.
And I remember talking to him when I was in the throes of, like, I don't know what I'm doing. And he was like, hey, I don't either. Like, every year I just take it a year at a time. And I'm like, okay, this year, will I stay with my job or should I do something different? And I'm like, oh my gosh, you are almost retirement age. Like, I think it was very empowering. Yeah. But I think it was very empowering to hear that, right? Like, this is a person in their 60s who is also just taking it a step at a time, like I'm taking it a step at a time. And if he needed to do something different, or he felt like he needed to do something different, he would, and he could, and he didn't feel like crazy about that. I don't know. Yeah, just kind of like recognizing and realizing that no matter how old you are, you probably never really know, and that's fine, because like you just said, it's a part of the human experience. So whether you are 19 and you're like, I don't want to be in college, but I don't know what else to do, or whether you are 62 and you're like near retirement age, but maybe you're like, I'm not really sure what's next, it's still fine, because every single year you're adapting and growing and changing and transforming into a different version of yourself slowly. And I think that's a good thing, you know? I don't know, I think it's cool.
Linking it back to hobbies of like
Hobbies.
Always learning, always growing, and like discovering new skills. That's what makes you like a cool, compact, interesting human.
So true.
So yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing, you know? We're all right. Do we have meltdowns from time to time? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
But hey, sometimes if you don't know what to do, you end up in 23 countries. And
that's so true.
Are you kidding me? You meet that person at a party? I feel like
that's so true.
When I edit these, it's always I'm pointing the wrong way. You're on this side now, but when I edit it, it's always backwards. So actually,
that's funny.
When you meet this person at parties, you're going to be like, they're the coolest person in the room. Well, guess what? She has no idea what she's doing. Okay?
No idea.
So
literally no idea. And also, when you don't know what you're doing, like Sophie and I both had this season where we were living together, and it was a great season to go through together, I will say. Like, it was such a hard year in a lot of ways, and also a great year in a lot of ways was like right after university, where Sophie and I both were just like, what are we doing? Oh my gosh. And I think in the midst of that, though, I still look back on that year with a lot of fond memories, because we just, I think in some ways you're kind of always having a minor panic attack of like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing, what do I do? And that is so stressful. And at the same time, it gives you a little bit of capacity to just like breathe and be and like try new things and go, okay, do I like this? I don't know. And maybe I should dream a little bit and go, well, where could I end up? And what would that look like? And how could that play out? And I think that is also nice to have a little bit of capacity and room to just look around and kind of think about the different possibilities. I don't know.
Who am I? And you're right. I mean, we sound like old saying this, like we've been there in the past, but it really is like you can look back now and realize how formative and growing that was of a time period. You know
that's
what I mean?
true.
For real though.
It's true.
Like I look back on that time and I'm like, I needed all that. Yeah.
Yes. And I think we can say that as someone who was recently in it though, right? Like this was not very long ago.
Like what? It was 3 years.
4 years ago. 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Not very long ago. So
it's okay, kids. And
we're
it's
not
okay
50 telling you this, we're 26 telling you this.
Right. Us once again, we give relationship advice being unmarried. Don't you worry, we're going to tell you how to raise your kids. Not having kids. We're going to tell you as very young and inexperienced at life how to live your life. Like, come to us for all your needs.
No,
but seriously?
But seriously, anyone who is I don't even think we have a lot of college kids listening to this or high schoolers, but genuinely, in
guys,
case your parents or an older sibling or an aunt or an uncle or someone is not telling you it's okay to not know, we just want to say that to you. It's okay to not know. And you're not wasting your time. You're not wasting your time.
Kevin,
you're not wasting your life.
The guy who's like, I'm going into business, and he just goes straight into it. Like, he just did it because his dad wanted him
Power to him, but you don't have to
Power
be
to
Kevin.
him. Hope he's happy, but you don't have to be Kevin. Kevin's wife's going to cheat on him, okay?
Oh!
So, just...
No, that's sad. I don't want Kevin's wife to cheat on him.
We hope not, but he's a business bro, so... Sorry, Kevin. My mom, actually, shout out Lori Steele, she said something that it's like... kind of like it's like slightly parallel that I just kind of apply, where it's very simple. I don't think she even meant it as like, here is what I pass on to you as advice, but she was like, you can always quit.
I love this. I knew you were gonna say this.
And it was like 2 weeks, like she and she said it so like
quit.
flippantly of like, yeah, just I think because I was whining about something and she was like, well, then you can just quit. But I kind of like have applied it to life of, I think, especially when you are in high school or college, you're just like, oh my God, if I pick this major and then I'm gonna like, and yes, wasted time and money, but that's also life. Like, hello, like how many times have you like vegged out in front of Netflix? Like, that's wasted time too. So like, pish posh. So and true. If you wake up one day and you hate your life, and you're like, this is not the major I want, you can quit. You just quit. Like, you literally just quit and you find something else.
And if you wake up and you're
like, I hate my job, you just quit. Like, and you do something else. And it just helped me of like, oh, life, like, yes, that sucks. Change is hard. But it's not like it's permanent. Like, we're in the fucking matrix where it's like, this is what I must do the rest of my life. You know? You can always just not do it.
Yeah, no, so
Nothing's
true.
Permanent.
You can always go do something else, which I think is like even in the midst of a Western society where we're told like you do one thing and you stick with that one thing and you do that one thing.
Because you have to build your career,
which like 100% there is merit to that, and we could go on that whole side tangent of like sometimes you have to push through something if it's hard, right? Like we can go on that whole side tangent. Not the point of this podcast episode, but it is just very freeing to think like, do I have to be a teacher for the next 35 years? No. Does Sophie have to be an actress for the next 40 years? No. Like, can you do something for a time? And it is a beautiful time in your life. Maybe it's not a beautiful time in your life, and then you do something different, and it's another great avenue to go down. Yes.
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 And that is advices from your cool, fashionable, awesome, talented, bigger sisters. I don't think this is really a hobby. I mean, maybe I'd love to like get a large coffee bar, as in like an espresso machine, and like learn how to make like cool, fun lattes. I think that would be super fun.
I think I would love to be, this is a future adult hobby. I really at some point think I'm going to go hardcore into baking, like homemade breads that are like flavored, right? Like a rosemary thyme bread or like a basil parmesan
You know who could help you with that?
Sourdough.
Double shout out, Lucas.
Oh, I should talk to Lucas. I thought you were going to say Reagan because she also is a sourdough queen. Olivia, also now a baking queen. My sister-in-law's baking queens. Anyway, so I think at some point, it's not going to be now because I don't have the time or the capacity to do it. But at some point, I'm going to become a baking person, I think, and really dive into that.
I feel like your job is like a very all-consuming job. Like teaching is just like wake up to get to school very early to then go home and have time to eat and then grade a paper or prepare for the next day. Yeah. Like that's a very all-consuming job, unfortunately.
Great.
Why does not everyone want to do this for $15 a day? Oh, why is our education system failing, I wonder? That's not what we're here to talk about today.
Another day, we will tackle teaching and in the education system.
We're gonna slap y'all in the face with a political episode you are not prepared for. And you little shit.
I love these little voices we have today. There's political voices you are not prepared
because I feel like usually I am talking to the chitters a little aggressively of like, listen up, you losers. So I feel like if I talk to them like this, it's like a nice grandpa telling them what's gonna happen. You little shitters. Let's do a fun hobby shout out. Would you like to?
Okay.
A fun hobby shout out that my sister Olivia got into was candle making. And I thought that was so fun, as well as my friend Allie Worm. And I was just like, who are you cool, fun women just making candles?
No,
like,
so true, though. That's a really good one. That's a very, very good one. Hobby shout out to my sister-in-law, Emma. Not now because she's in residency, but like last year, she was really into just like making a bunch of random things from scratch. Like instead of buying bagels, she said, I'm going to make them. Instead of buying hummus, she was like, I'm going to make it. Instead of buying just like normal things you could find at a grocery store, she was like, I'm gonna make it for fun, and also maybe it's cheaper. And she kind of went through this whole like experimentation phase, and it was very fun. That's kind of all I got on that.
Put hobbies that you have discovered in adulthood in the comments.
I like that. I would love to hear some of our chitters.
Ones.
I would love to hear some of our chitters.
You little chitters. You little chitters. Is that all you have to say for hobbies, young man?
I think so. That's it. That's all from me.
And that's it. And that's what we call a little mini episode for y'all.
It's not mini. It's really an hour long.
Time flies when you're having fun.
So true. True that. Anyway.
Time flies when you get to sit here on the couch with us. You little shitters. After deliberation, our extra this week is going to be a frequently shouted out friend from the past, Jonathan Fisher. A fellow teacher in his own right. A fellow hobbyist, like fully coming into his own. Like, yes. Sure. Jonathan is on that interior design blast, and we love him for that. I want him to come and do mine because I need help. But
no, honestly, though. Yeah.
God bless you, Jonathan.
Soph and Ann's out.